Good morning. You guys wait for the final destination. I was trying to figure out how to make this video the best. I kind of wanted just to put the best up front and then you could watch how I did it, but it just wasn't really working. So I felt like the best way is just to walk you in and show you this, how this happened. And like, this is a known place of mine, but not where I found. It's so confusing back there. It's so big, and I thought I could find a place me and Brandon had found briefly, and I couldn't. And Brandon, you'll see how I did it. So I just wanted to. It's a little long, but I think it's really beneficial to you to watch how this is done. Remember, it doesn't benefit me in any way. Like if you watch for 5 minutes or the whole video, I just want you to watch this whole video. You will understand. It will change everything for you. If you start to understand this, it'll really help you process this earth more when you can see real truth. Over and out. Land of giants, no supplies, no food. I'm not going back any earlier than I would have otherwise. So today's the day of fasting, I guess. I'll be fine. You only care about food when you don't have it. That was done. You guys, look at that. Since I was here, just like 3 weeks ago. Oh, round thing. This is too good. I knew this was in here, sort of, but I didn't know how it would look. You guys, look at the footprints and stuff in there. Nothing else could have made that. There's too many flies here too. Look, you see that? You see how it's all been walked in? A squirrel wouldn't be doing that. And there's a club there. Look at the club. I said recently, it's my favorite thing in the world. All I need is that. That's all I want. I call them clubs. It's a crazy thing. It's like almost what it is. That huge double X is right there. This is like a leaning, unbelievable thing, right? And watch here. Okay, there's this old seat there. They put sticks in it to get rid of it. They used to sit right there, and now they're not going to. I was sitting in an active seat, zooming in. There's a star structure here. Just in awe, looking through the forest at the different incredible things, right? Like over here. This is all just a place of theirs right here. This is my backyard, you guys. These are my guys. I own them. Tell them, you guys. I'm kidding. I'm just saying, like, this is just, I can't believe it. You know, like, how does this happen? And we're going to give it all away. We're just going to throw it away. It doesn't make sense that we would just not do this anymore. Do you see that there's a problem with that? People will do it, but they're not going to get anywhere. Unless they fully commit. That's another giant X, you guys. The X doesn't even cross to 100 feet at least, 125 feet in the air. Without exaggerating a foot. Oh, I'm kind of glad without my pack. This is great. I wish I have food in there and gifts I give them. You guys look at that. Look at this spot. I might not go anywhere else. Like, it's too good right here. And these spots are gotta be everywhere through here. You guys see this? It's all necessary to be here. You'll always see the same thing. So there's the double X, right? It's all funky at the top. Look how funky that one is at the top. And they're just sitting right here. I haven't got a sound. Well, a couple on the video, but even off, like barely anything, because I'm walking in it, you know. Like, they usually don't do it when you're at their seats. Look at this. I never have ever seen this. It's too good up there. So if you go above, you go in towards, you can see it's all green and beautiful, and the structures are like second to none. And then where they're sitting and stuff, it's different. Like, they were just here, you guys. I'm seeing everything, the discolorations, the walking, like especially back in there. I don't know who, you don't know who. It's a whole bunch of different kinds. I believe it's part of the... Want to hear something only I can tell you? Okay, these guys are here. Look at this, you guys. They come in groups of mixed beings. I believe it's one of the ways they're policed. So that's why when you're seeing incredible numbers of different beings standing next to each other.
because I believe that's how they're, it's just to be sure, because others have left and took off or whatever. It's to be sure that you don't, like, because your kids and your family, look, I mean, we're just sitting right in that corner. There's no way an animal went all the way in and sat down in there. I mean, they just moved that, you guys. And by me forgetting completely what I was just talking about, I know that I'm under some kind of influence. Look at this. I can't believe I found it. You guys, you see how hidden this is? You could never see him from there. You could never see him from there, and you would never walk up off the trail. It goes straight into something that doesn't look attractive. And then look at this, you guys. I'm gonna go really slow. Holy shit. What I tell you about the walkways, Sasquatch Highway. Even if it's not a Sasquatch Highway, that's what we call it. You guys, look at that. Those are all seats. Remember when I showed you before? Like, I don't know if I'll put it in, but I showed you what a forest like this looks like before they got here. Is this it? I didn't come over here. Me and Brandon got like kicked out or something. Let's go this way. You guys, this is a major, major place I need you to see. It's like no other place that's ever been filmed before. Like, in a sense, because of just the layout. The X's. I am freaking out. Like, you guys, I feel like I am... in a dream. Wow. Yes, look at this. Those are all active seats. In the sun. Look. That seat is in the sun. He just sits right there. Wouldn't you want to see him sitting there? Get on Patreon. Well, I will film it for you. Wow, you guys, look at this. When I cut in, I didn't think. I figured I would just, if worst case scenario, would cut up to the big giant guys up there. No, I'd much rather be here. Oh, there's giant piles of pine cones, you guys. Huge. Look at this. No one in the world could deny this. Show this to whoever you have to. Show that to the extremely dumb person in your life. No, I'm kidding. I am, but I'm not. People say horrible things. F this, F that, about girls' private parts all day long on their YouTube channel. Once in a while, I say someone's dumb, and I get chastised for it. That's all I ever say. And I don't mean it even to be mean. That's the funny thing. I'm just like as if you would call like your friend or something, like, you idiot. Like, I know it's immature, but I don't mean, I never have bad intentions or am trying to belittle or hurt anyone's feelings. Do you guys see that? It was all spread out. Like, they landscaped that, you guys. Look at that. Those are all seats. Look at the eating. I don't want to walk. I want to do a couple zooms because you never know who you might catch over there. Yes, look at this. It doesn't, what you're seeing right now does not get, you'll never see anyone film this again. It'll never happen. But you'll never see, believe it or not, like a guy like Diesel's filming this, but they do it differently because someone, it might find it. No human being has ever stepped foot here before. That's why. You will never see this again. I think this is it. Look at this, you guys. Look at how clear it is. Isn't this it, Brandon? Is this where I had Brandon? No, it's more. I told you they alter everything, so even if you've been there, you'll never know it half the time. You guys, that's a trident. Oh, John, I gotta message you. I just thought about John Guy. I've been not blowing it off, but just kind of procrastinating because Kelly. So not the trip. I just got to talk to you about it. Isn't going to be affected. Look at this. This is insane, you guys. All right, let me start over. Who's in there? Look at that. That was completely just ripped off. I know because I was here, and that had been done since the last time I was here, but that wasn't there. They had just ripped that off. See, look, so where I'm going on my left and right is insane. You guys have seen it. You don't have to recall it, just know it is. Especially when you go up there. In fact, I could, in 5 minutes, could blow your mind, 10 minutes or so. About 5-10 minutes it takes. But instead, wow, the blocking, I've got to go down the path because of what has happened to this path. Look at this, you guys. There's another one. This just happened. I was just here. It's all on video like 3 videos ago. I think it was like the first day I was at demonetized. No, I was demonetized, but I didn't know it. I was here, but I had no idea. Look what they did down here. This is insane. I don't mind if this is a little bit longer. Oh, it's also down. That's right, down that way. So we got a million options literally today on what to do, where to go. I just want to walk the path. You couldn't have a nicer day. It's like 68 right now up here. So it's almost a little chilly. But with the sun hitting you, there's a new spot right there. Look at that spot, you guys, with the mulch. I was down there. Look what they've done. You guys, I used to walk right through here. It's all coming from up, like way down in. See how it's 2? I call this a walkway structure. It's a big one. Look at this. I gotta go in through all this, you guys. Now remember, keep in mind, I'm not sure of the elevation here. I'd have to guess. If I guessed, I'd say I'm at 10. 9,700 ish. It's not that important, but I think it is. I think for people that are real into this, they whether they even realize that they take all the factors, that might mean something to you one day. You can see down here, it's all hidden in it, but it's so good, you guys. It's so magical, I never knew. I got down there and I was like, oh, that's right, I forgot. It gets so amazing down there. See this? Look where, I told you, it always comes from in, not from the side. It'll always come from 20 feet that way. Always. See, they're all coming up. There's probably some other reason, like, I think they're blocking this up to make it forest again, but there's probably additional information that comes with that. A little breeze up here. Oh my God, they're so to my left. You guys, I have, my hairs are standing straight up for no reason at all. Look. Oh, so it's up there. Ooh, it's actually chilly. I'm chilly in July. That's kind of weird. Even at high elevation, like by lunchtime, I think it's around lunchtime, you shouldn't be. So anyway, oh, it's so good, you guys. Look at that. That's the beginning of it. Oh, you can't see it? I think it's important to see some of this. I don't know if you can see the white one back there. Just right there is where it begins. I'm real tempted to go in. Like, I want to do the path, but it's the visuals. Like, it's 2 different worlds. Even though I'm going to take you here and only be hundreds of yards from there, it's still 2 different worlds. Someone's walking here all the time. All the time. It's completely closed back there, and this is all active. You can see the trail. All right, let me go off camera and see if something happens. You know what? Wait, just wait. Let's get to the corner. They didn't stop me. The last 2 times I haven't been able to get down this path. I could have, but The tree got pushed down twice. Tremendous wood knocks. And then when I was leaving last time, they wood knocked me the whole way out. It seemed like little people to me. Like, because they were like little. So that's why it seemed like little. It wasn't some like clobbering perfect knock. It was the little ones. It's the best I get from them. I don't know, but I think it was. Oh, should we cut? Look what they've done, you guys. I'm glad I kept it running. Look at this. I've been right through here. Like, someone's still walking. It's not people, believe me. I don't know. People don't know about this. This is not a trail, never was. I don't know why. I think... Whoa. I almost fell. I think at one point, maybe they went down here to get wood 30 years ago or something. You can see how long it's been, because this is like the trail. Game or whatever it is. There's active things walking down there. I think it's both. They do. That's why they want to be on this trail. That's why they do all this. They want it back. Remember, the animals, you guys, I would really suggest to you that you start to believe that the roles they play in animals are insane. Like, it's insane. It's not us, the animals, and them. It's us and everything else goes together. It's only us that's separate. The Bible will tell you that. He made us special just by ourselves. And I don't know, I think we messed it up at some point, to be honest with you. I cut this to make it, but there's also people, like, I feel like I need to speed up the video for you, but there's people like, Mark, please just let me watch the whole video. Oh, there's the spot. It looks so good. There's a huge gap, so it goes way down, like half a mile or more, straight down right here. Well, it goes like this, and then it goes all the way, so it's like, I can't just run over there. I got them like this. There's their X. It gets all done on the boulders. There's two X's, you guys. Look at that spot and look how clear it is. Remember, it's just marking where I understand now. It's there. They come. Let me give you a secret, okay? Everything's from here. Every UFO, every picture of an alien, every imagination you've ever had, it all comes from here. Nothing comes from anywhere else. It's all from here. There's your secret of the day. It's actually one of the most important things you'll ever hear. And I'll tell you how it all comes from here. It's very simple. They tell me pretty much everything. It's a crazy thing. They do it slow. Well, no, they actually told me, they already told me everything. And every day there's a little bit more, a little more. All right, so this I remember. This should be good, you guys. I hope to get you like them on the camera, but if not, we're gonna film some serious spots. And keep in mind, I'm staying away from the most mind-blowing. What I'd like to do is work my way. I don't know how to get there, but I'm gonna try to find the spot me and Brandon were at. We didn't spend enough time. We were there for 5 minutes. I know it's because they had us. We would never have left that fast. Things were falling out of my backpack. I was so zapped, you guys. Look at this. I used to be able to walk right through here. And this is, they're heavy, heavy activity to the right. It seems like little to the left. One thing our roads seem to do is create like a border for them to separate their worlds. Because it'll be completely different right here than it will be over up there. Structures they added, those were not there before. Right there, it's an X. That's why I like this place. Listen how quiet it is. It's because they're listening. It's something they let me know about. Whenever it's too quiet, they told me that I would know. It's like, if you don't hear anything, no cricket, no bird, nothing. They've shut down everything because they're listening and watching. Like this is a big deal for them. It's just something different from their routine that they have to do every day. This is all new. Do you see? It's all structures coming from their world, which is just beginning. I'm gonna try to zoom up there when I can. That's where it's not just right there. It's once it becomes a real forest soon. Over here, you can just get lost going that way into that forest. I'm telling you, this is so special here. You just camp right here. You want activity? I can promise you. I'll put you right here. You sleep right here, and tell me they weren't standing around you the whole night. I'll give you $1 million. In fact, I would trust even liars, because if it happened to them, they still wouldn't lie to me to get the $1 million. Once you go through this, money's erased. I mean, in a sense, you realize what is true, what is real, that everything you've ever done and thought will be known one day. Everything is irrelevant as you might feel. I'm talking to myself. Everything you have ever done, thought, did, helped, that time you helped that little baby bird, all these things are not going to go unnoticed. It's all noticed. It's just that you've been disconnected from the knowing. Or we never were connected. The way they decorate this is fascinating. And the same exact spots are still there. You can't tell in the shade, but there's 2 spots. And they're always there. Now we got birds. You see how everything is very strange? There's no just regular sticks. It's all planned stuff. If a regular stick falls here, they'll get rid of it. Things don't fall. That's what people don't understand. Pine trees don't fall over. They just don't. These things are rooted so deep. You couldn't even push it over with a machine. Like if I grabbed that, I could pull it all the way down to the ground and then let it go. It would go right back to the way it was. I mean, if he was talking about me, even if it was just to the other birds, it's probably something. Like I said, it's something to do with them. Remember, what did I tell you? It's us and everything else. It's not us, them, and there's also animals. Do you follow me? It's us and everything else. I cannot underline this enough. When you're down here, you would never think it's as good as it is up there. Yeah, maybe there's that X at the beginning, but like once you're in here, I'm telling you, it's mind-altering what's back there. It's so good. I've barely even begun to show it to you yet, because I've shown you enough. We don't need to see structures today. Maybe. Did I go too far? I'm not too far. I don't know where it is. I can't find that. Brandon, I can never find that again. All those seats of me and you found, where was that? All right, either way, I want to show you this trail. I'll end up in there somewhere, but what I really want to go to is over there. It's just too far. And then you gotta go all the way back up. I mean, you guys, when I see even like here, even the small gap I have, is the good guys, the guys I want to visit. That's like the corner of, like those that the aspens I was zooming on, the X's are over there. That's like right to the left of it. That whole place over there has got to be good. Oh, did you hear that? Yes. I swear, I got a vocal right there. Like 100 yards away. I'm like, whoa! Interesting. You know what that is? Because that's natural cocaine. No, you know what this is? People are all of a sudden now unpopular. No, I'm just kidding. That's gypsum. Do you know what gypsum? I've taught you guys before. You know what gypsum is? Gypsum is how sheetrock is made. How do we ever figure that out? Last thing, if I was in like at the first gym, and last thing I think is I was going to making boards out of that. It's gypsum. Wow. And then where the gypsum was, that all fell out. And that. So because that is there, I'm weary of these. It's like they got pushed. How did they all get them out there? Those rocks have something to do with them. All right, I don't want to go too much further. I do, but I gotta film a video here, and I haven't really done it yet. I've been filming for hours, and I haven't. This is all new. Should I just go up here? I think I am. I think I'm going to turn in where it's all crazy, like the most stuff's coming out that has never been there before. And these are trees that have been dead for a long time. Oh, and so in your neck of the woods, sometimes it'll only be that. You'll just see one, it'll look like it fell. If you're seeing this at all, it's straight, and they're coming off of banks, no, they're there. Okay, these are the things I teach you that are a fact, that everyone in the world knows except for the guy that just signed on, right? That he's still struggling with his non-education that he thinks he has. Well, he thinks he has one, but he doesn't. That's one of the problems. He only has an education if he wants to work at Best Buy, not if he wants to know about himself. Okay, let's make this clear. Well, you don't need an education to work at Best Buy. Do you know I would work at Best Buy? I would really enjoy that. Like, too bad we all can't do something that we enjoy. I would love to help people with computers and show them new TVs, and you make no money, nothing. You go bankrupt if you take that job. But that's the most important job. Yeah, making people, guy's going to spend his hard-earned money on a $2,000 TV. It should be an incredible experience for that person. But I can never do that job because it won't pay me enough. All right, give me a second. Completely by accident, walking straight up a hill, a mountain. Look at, but look where I am. Like, I'm in the middle of like really dense forest, and then I just by accident, except for following the trees on the trail. Look. Something made that mulch. It's not possible. And look what I find in the middle. Thank you. Look at the other one going down, you guys. Look what they were working on. It's all smushed. Literally from standing right here, the log is all smushed. I swear. Look. What did I do? All I did was pick the biggest mess spilling out. This, you guys, this is where not one of them, look at that, not one of us, not one of their enemies, no one's gonna see this, and yet it's there. And it's insane. Look at it, you guys. Look at the base. Look, they're all loose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming from even that far away. This has been all damaged as well. See the tree? It looks like maybe someone sat right there. It looks like a seat. I'd find the same thing in Bigfoot Universe. This dude's really hiding. One of the reasons I really started believing there's internal things going on is, well, first of all, I mean, of course there is. And secondly, is because of, I'm telling you, we're nothing to them as far as navigating. Look at this. This is amazing to find this among really dense rubble. What was I saying? I'm getting zapped, you guys. I've never been here before. Look at this. These are all seats. Look at this. I'm freaking out. You guys, the way I felt changed dramatically just now. Oh my God, look at this. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. I was freaking out. I got no whip. I got no food, no pack, nothing. I got water. Look at it. This is one of the best seats I have seen in a long, long time, you guys. Before we go in there, watch. So these guys, oh yeah, these guys are hiding from other guys, from other people among their world. It's the only explanation. Whoa. Thank you. I don't think you heard it. It's like a branch or a tree. Look at this seat, you guys.
Sorry to cut in. I might go back later and say stuff at the beginning. So this is the first time I spoke, but just wait for what's really here. Like this doesn't look like much. So I'll show you the same exact thing again, but with the most blatant of places. It's all. This is the beginning, and it's too good, you guys. This the spot is. I knew this is all I had to do today. Once I just stayed here all day.
Look at the one that there's two. There's one. There's a look. See the border? Right? Look at this border. It's a chart out. Look, there's even a way in and out. You guys, they're walking right here. This is I feel like, besides my knowledge of this, like I've doing it so many times, there's many of this, you guys, because Brandon and I'm not even near where I think me and Brandon found the same type of place. It was more open and blatant, though. Oh, look back over there. I'm telling you, this is a place of like thousands of these. There's thousands of them. It's hard to tell by this video, but I have many other videos here where it's open. You get to see the color. You'll probably see some of them because I'm walking up that way. Look at the seat. You guys. And then you got your system, your language. It's something that before, remember in the beginning, people were like, oh, Mark Elk do that. And then once they heard about the system and language, it shut them up immediately. Thank God. These people, I'll tell you, that are so in love with themselves. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you navigate life with everyone around you in love with themselves. I'm not sure how you do it. Even good people. It's become a crazy thing. You guys see these are footsteps. Look, that's incredible. That's where they are. That's what I remember when I say seat, it just means he's there. I don't know what he's doing. Look at this place. You know, with the star structure, I don't know, but it would seem to fit into the Dogman type thing. Yeah. So it's not Bigfoot. They kind of look like them. And I think Dogmen are mistaken for things as well. There's many, many, many different types of big black beings. And every time someone sees one, they have to claim that they saw a Dogman or a Bigfoot. They can't just be like, I saw a black being. They're always putting a name on it when they know nothing. And then who will this person be? Your new-found Sasquatch researcher who knows everything just because they saw them. So they had the sight, so now they know it's real. So what he's basically selling you on is that, hey, just trust me, it's real. Let me teach you. But he doesn't know anything. This is too good. I knew this was in here, sort of, but I didn't know how it would look. You guys, look at the footprints and stuff in there. Nothing else could have made that. There's too many flies here too. Look, you see that? You see how it's all been walked in? A squirrel wouldn't be doing that. And there's a club there. Look at the club. I said recently, it's my favorite thing in the world. All I need is that. That's all I want. call them clubs. It's a crazy thing. It's like almost what it is. That huge double X is right there. This is like a leaning, unbelievable thing, right? Then watch here. Okay, there's this old seat there. They put sticks in it to get rid of it. They used to sit right there, and now they're not going to. I was sitting in an active seat. Zooming in, there's a star structure here. Just in awe, looking through the forest at the different incredible things, right? Like over here. This is all just a place of theirs right here. This is my backyard, you guys. These are my guys. I own them. Tell them, you guys. I'm kidding. I'm just saying.
Just looking at this, you guys wait for where I walk into. It's insane. The mess starts to clear up a little bit. It's unbelievably manicured and behind where you can't see.
Like this is just, I can't believe it. You know, like, how does this happen? And we're going to give it all away. We're just going to throw it away. It doesn't make sense that we would just not do this anymore. Do you see that there's a problem with that? People will do it, but they're not going to get anywhere unless they fully commit. That's another giant X, you guys. The X doesn't even cross to 100 feet at least, 125 feet in the air, without exaggerating a foot. Oh, I'm kind of glad without my pack. This is great. I wish I have food in there and gifts I give them. You guys look at that. Look at this spot. I might not go anywhere else. Like, it's too good right here. And these spots are got to be everywhere through here.
Keep in mind, if you're new to this, what you're seeing is part of an alphabet, part of a taught system.
You guys see this? It's all necessary to be here. You'll always see the same thing. So there's the double X, right? It's all funky at the top. Look how funky that one is at the top. And they're just sitting right here. I haven't got a sound. Well, look.
Just to remind myself and everyone else, it's not always just what you would picture. These guys are up in, like that place I just zoomed to, up in the sky. They're in windows. They're in ways that we don't understand. It's why I tell you just to remember not to forget, just to process this differently than you would you out there. Okay, obviously, but people don't.
Couple on the video, but even off, like barely anything, because I'm walking in it, you know, like he's not gonna, they usually don't do it when you're at their seats. Look at this. I never have ever seen this. It's too good up there. So if you go above, you go into where you can see.
Again, what I'm talking about you can't see. Just give me a minute. I'm getting there. I'm leaving this in on purpose because I'm taking a lot of it out, but I got to get you there, basically, because otherwise no one learns. I can't just show you the seats. Then there's too many questions. I'm taking you all the way, and the people that are supposed to be involved will watch every single second. If you don't, it doesn't. I make no money if you do. Then it means, I don't know what it means. It just means you're not quite. You would never miss a second of this if you knew what it really was.
This is too good. I knew this was in here, sort of, but I didn't know how it would look. You guys, look at the footprints and stuff in there. Nothing else could have made that. There's too many flies here too. Look, you see that? You see how it's all been walked in? A squirrel wouldn't be doing that. And there's a club there. Look at the club. I said recently, it's my favorite thing in the world. All I need is that. That's all I want. I call them clubs. It's a crazy thing. It's like almost what it is. That huge double X is right there. This is like a leaning, unbelievable thing, right? Then watch here. Okay, there's this old seat there. They put sticks in it to get rid of it. They used to sit right there, and now they're not going to. I was sitting in an active seat. Zooming in, there's a star structure here. Just in awe, looking through the forest at the different incredible things, right? Like over here.
Yeah, just wait for it. Look at this. I mean, this is the most amazing thing to see when you see the same these ancient tridents, and it's just fascinating. Wait as I walk in here.
Just not do this anymore. Do you see that there's a problem with that? People will do it, but they're not going to get anywhere unless they fully commit. That's another giant X, you guys. The X doesn't even cross to 100 feet at least, 125 feet in the air, without exaggerating a foot. Oh, I'm kind of glad without my pack. This is great. I wish I have food in there and gifts I give them.
Hey, I'm not sure where I'm at with where I'm starting from, but just to let you know, it's the one thing I couldn't believe it. I had so much in my mind. I left without my pack. I packed it, put everything in there. I get all the way to my spot, realize I have nothing. So I'm like, there's no way I'm going back. So I grab a knife and a water. Luckily, I had an extra water, and that was it. And I just made my whole entire day out there with just a water and a knife. Because there was no way I was going back, and I was fine.
Sound. Well, a couple on the video, but even off, like barely anything, because I'm walking in it, he's not gonna, they usually don't do it when you're at their seats. Look at this. I never have ever seen this. It's too good up there. So if you go above, you go into where you can see. It's all green and beautiful, and the structures are like second to none. And then where they're sitting and stuff, it's different. Like they were just here, you guys. I'm seeing everything, the discolorations, the walking, especially back in there. I don't know who, you don't know who. It's a whole bunch of different kinds. I believe it's part of the... Want to hear something that only I can tell you? Okay, these guys are here. Look at this, you guys.
Hey, I've really tried to go by this timestamp because it's like a shadow, but I think it's them, and I just got to show it to you. It's just too blatant. Remember, I'm pretty good with these timestamps, but like this is part of it. This is not a shadow. It's part of them. Some of them are right there with you when you're standing there. You'll never know it unless you see them, but it's it depends. That's the amazing thing, is all of the different stories, and it seems to be a reflection of you out there. It really depends on the person and who you're visiting, and it's why I just want to reach some people, not the world. I just need the people I have now. I need just a few more of them, which is you. I just need, where are the people like you guys listening to me? I just need a couple more of you. That, like, maybe out of one of them, someone goes out and does this, things like that. Believe me, it doesn't have to be everyone. I've set these videos up so just the way what you're seeing here is enough. It'll teach you and bring you to them. All you have to do is make this connection. It's all real. We've been taught that this stuff is all ridiculous. I've always been embarrassed of praying or saying these kind of things, and I've realized, I was like, hold on, why am I embarrassed? I've been made to feel embarrassed.
Really slow. I want to tell you about the walkways, Sasquatch Highway. Even if it's not a Sasquatch Highway, that's what we call it. You guys, look at that. Those are all seats.
How many people are here? There's like 4 of us now. We're 41 minutes in. People have more important things to do than figure out themselves in the earth. They're like drinking, gambling, and drugs. So we don't want to interrupt them. Let them go and do that. That's more important than learning about God and why you're here. Isn't it a crazy thing that if you say these things, you're considered crazy? This is the crazy. It's absolutely insane that we have. This world has been made to where you're going to feel uncomfortable discussing anything that leads you to the truth. It's pure genius is what it is. Evil genius.
Speaking out. Like, you guys, I feel like I am in a dream. Look at this. Those are all active seats in the sun. Look, that seat is in the sun.
Let me just tell you something that nobody knows. Even the people I give everything to, like Brandon, I tell all of the secrets to. There's a lot of that I don't actually. let me explain. So I have gotten to where I am with these guys when they're right there. And they let me know, and I know he's in his seat, where he is, and how he's doing it. I'll confirm it by going home, looking at the video, and there he was. He let me know he was there. This has happened to me many, many times. It's something I'm trying to iron out before I start to talk about it too much, because I don't want to be wrong about it. And it's you guys, I've gotten so close. It's just a matter of time before I'm sitting in that seat with him invisible, or whatever they do. I have gotten this far. I'm not stopping now. I told you that the path. All you have to do, or I have to do, whoever it is figure it out. You just got to work your way in. They won't really stop you. It just depends. Every situation is different. But what I'm doing now, I'm not. They're just encouraging it. You guys, what I've been going through, what has happened to me here, this year, this season has been insane. Now I got to start capturing on the camera for you.
As for it, that's all I ever say, and I don't mean it even to be mean. That's the funny thing. I'm just like as if you would call like your friend or something, like, you idiot. Like, I know it's immature, but I don't mean, I never have bad intentions or am trying to belittle or hurt anyone's feelings. Do you guys see that? It was all spread out. Like, they
along with about 20 to 50 other things. This is something I've really been wanting to in fact, I mentioned it at some point today. I just haven't seen it yet. There's at these seats, there almost always there's some kind of grafting, and you'll notice that this tree coming out of that it's not an accident. It's something I see every time almost. They graft tridents as well. If you don't know what grafting is, it's I don't think a lot of people do, actually. It's just a way to join two plants together, two trees typically. I think plants as well, but I've known it as trees. I think someone used to do this. I think they also call it, you insert a shoot into one of the trees, and then you actually can put the other plant in there. I think it's called also like a scion, something like that. There's if you've ever heard of grafted, like there's there's a biblical term, graft, that I know of. I couldn't give you the definition, but it's something converted to Christ, or it's some kind of Jewish perception. It means as well, but so they're two different things. So don't confuse them. But this is very important to know about the forest.
To that, you guys. Look at that. Those are all seats. Look at the eating. I don't want to walk. I want to do a couple zooms, because you never know who you might catch over there. Yes, look at this. What you're seeing right now does not get. You'll never see anyone film this again. It'll never happen. But you'll never see, believe it or not, like a guy like Diesel's filming this, but they do it differently because someone, it might find it. No human being has ever stepped foot here before. That's why. You will never see this again. I think this is it. Look at this, you guys. Look at how clear it is. Isn't this it, Brandon? Is this where I had Brandon? No, it's more. I told you they alter everything, so even if you've been there, you'll never know it half the time. You guys, that's a trident. Oh, John, I gotta message you. I just thought about John guy. I've been not blowing it off, but just kind of procrastinating, because Kelly. So the trip. I just got to talk to you about it. Isn't going to be affected. Look at this. This is insane, you guys. All right, let me start over. Look, you guys, this has changed like 1,000-fold. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't this. Watch. You guys, look over there. So there's piles like where they eat, and they sit in the eating. It's so comfortable. We do it all the time. But watch there. Look how flat. Look at that. That's in the middle of what should look like that. That's how the whole forest would look if you didn't. Well, they did that too, but see, then look, watch very carefully. It's all footprints. Look, giant footprints. Those are all huge impressions. Can you see them? I don't know if the camera can see it or not. Look at that one. You guys, look, that's a footprint just like that. Look at it. Someone pooped. a long time ago. Look at how disturbed it is. Wow, there's another big step. Look at the step. You guys, that couldn't be anything else. It's a giant footprint. Look, it's because this stuff gets soft. You ever hear me say it? Like when I step on it, look, you go right in, and there's an X right there. And not only is there an X, but there's pine cones on the X itself. That would never be them. They would never poop. Look at this. I'm about to film the best seat ever filmed in the world. One of them. They laugh at me when I say that. They think it's funny that I think it's the best. Well, it's the best as far as who I'm going to show it to is. For you guys, I don't think it's the best for you, but I think it's, I'm talking about these guys. Look at this. You guys check this out. I mean, this has all been disturbed recently. It's all been cleaned and pushed off. Look at that. I'm so happy with this. You guys, do you know how hard it is to find this? I could, if I had money, I could offer $1 million if someone sent me something comparable to this in the next week. And guess what? No one would send it to me. Isn't that amazing? And now, something that only I can show you, no one else in the world can show it to you. More or less, unless they know me. You already know the answer to. Does that make any sense to you? You know nothing about anything, but you know about this. It's a mind bender. Human beings. I'll never quite get a grasp on the simplicity and the lack of any anything in these people. I'll never understand it. Are they real? Are most humans real? Something you got to ask yourself. I would think so, yeah. But like the only reason I would ever question that in a conspiracy way is because of how insane they are. Like the world. Have you ever watched YouTube videos? Okay, this what I'm saying is not insults. It's just they're just facts. I know you guys. Whenever I'm here on these spots, this is the stuff I start saying. I'm so zapped right now. Look at the board. Look at the hole in that. It's in the shadows, but watch. Like it's just a hole of seats. And even the border's funky looking. They're right here somewhere. Should I try to bust them? I don't usually do that because they told me not to stop trying to get their faces. So I showed them to you anyway, but I could really get them like some days. You guys, these are all butt marks. Nothing could make that. I understand you might not be able to tell. But also you can. See how that branch has been put there specifically to hold that like that? Wow, I don't really need to go anywhere else. I think this is good enough. Like, seriously, it's better, even if nothing happens, it's better for me to spend time here sitting. Time is everything with them. Just sit here, off camera, rather than say I went and filmed you another whole video somewhere. Look at this, you guys. That might pay off, but it's like as far as making you happy. Remember, my payoff is not money. It's just that you guys were like, oh my God, Mark, that's awesome. That's my only pay. And I'm pretty happy with that. If I could just pay my rent, I'd be thrilled. You know, there's not many people like me, as humble as me like that, you guys. I don't know why you won't help me stay in this. Like I'm telling you, I'm not trying to sell myself, but I look around and I don't see many friends like I am to people. Like everyone is conditioned, like conditional friendships. I don't waver. I don't change.
Not talking to people that are on board here, but remember, do the math. You're not going to see anything else, a black mass of anything anywhere else in the forest except where you see the alphabet, their alphabet.
I don't understand humans. I don't understand the betrayal, the backstabbing, I don't like him anymore. Like, I don't understand it. just don't get people. We're flawed. People are flawed, you know? We just have to love and forgive each other. Look at this, you guys. You see what I'm showing you? You can't really see it. Look at how it's all clear.
It's a point I just have to make with I call it the black and white shadow type places. This is a beautiful forest that has that, and it's a completely different situation to be standing there than to witness this on the camera. Like I'm seeing on the camera, you'll get it, but it's nothing like looking around being there. There's just nothing quite the same as just standing in a place like this. I can get people here because it's a little bit of a walk, but it's not hard. It's just a initial walk up, really.
It's a real special treat. I think they really enjoy it. The pine nuts. Here, look at this again, you guys. Okay, so you got your X. The fact that X is there is just blowing my mind. And then look how smooth that is. I couldn't make it like that. I was a landscaper. I mean, doesn't get any more prepared than that. Same as the first seat. What do we notice? The same exact border. Except that one's on a trident, but it's still the same exact thing as where the other one was sitting down below. You find that interesting? Think about that. Exactly the same seat as below. It was made out of a book. They just, different sticks and stuff because you got to use what you got around you. Sideways tridents. Way too many flies around me, you guys. I just sat down. Can you see them? There's so many bugs and flies around me. I call them ready-mades. Like, how could there be that many already here? Like, they must have been off, because gnats and flies want blood, right? Like, they must be off somewhere where that stuff is, and you come to their seats and you sit down, there'll be like 100 immediately. Is that normal? Maybe. I'm just a bit of a coincidence to me. Get away. I'm telling you, these are their flies. Remember, I told you, it doesn't mean they smell. If you're a living being and you're in the forest, you could be the best smelling person in the world. Automatically, these things will just fly all around you. You guys, again, I'm super zapped. I didn't mean to go off topic. It's just what happens here. If you don't believe it, do what I do for a living and see what starts to happen to you. So everything will be great. It's just that if you're not speaking to whoever's watching, like to thousands of people, you have nothing to worry about. But when you're speaking to thousands of people, when you shouldn't speak at all, and you're under the influence of some kind of crazy other world that they look into from, what is that? It's a weird poop. I gotta go find out where I am. I don't no idea. I do have an idea, but I don't know what it's gonna look like is when I get up here. It's so blatant in some of these places, you guys, up here. Look at this. See how good this is? So they're all hiding. Look. There's a seat right there. Behind him is blocked. And then look at this. Look how all the sticks have been pushed off. Tried it. I zoomed to that from the other side. Some kind of spot right here. Look at that. Sorry about the sun. Look at this spot right here. So then look, there's the blatant seats, right? Like unreal. Who decided to stay up here? It's like, because there's so many. You guys look. That's an X. X marks the spot. X is also the symbol of a cross, just in case you didn't know. I mean, you gotta see this thing. giant X, you guys. I mean, it's a giant, it's 2. With the sun on it. Look at that. This is where you want to be. This is where your life will change. Just sit here. And everything will change. Believe me, what I offer you has nothing to do with money. That's what the promises are out there. I'll make you rich. Join this chain, right? They're preying upon your desperation. What's the other one? God. All these fake people that are preying upon your faith. Amazing to be somewhere where no one has ever been before. And to see activity like that. That's a spot. I didn't realize how far up it was. How far from the trail up to the top. It's just further than I thought. It's like a mile or something. Look at that, you guys. So check this out. I know I'm dwelling, but I think it's important. You'd never find them. There's another seats there, right? And then watch. So here's the seats I was at. I mean, just look at all the disturbances. All the tridents, all the system, and all the language. That's an insane spot. I gotta be honest with you guys. Not that I would lie. They say when people say, I gotta be honest with you, that they would lie. That's not true at all. It's simply an expression. Stop listening to the internet. You ever hear a guy from like Newark, New Jersey? No, from like the Bronx. I gotta be honest, twitches. Whatever they say. It's like, no, he doesn't lie. He's just that these are just expressions. It has nothing to do with that he would ever tell a lie. But what that means is sometimes people just don't need to talk at all. That's what I gotta be honest with you means. It means I don't need to say anything. That's all that means. Look at this, you guys. I forgot what I was gonna say now. I'm so under the influence here. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I was in a different... Hey, I gotta emphasize something to you guys. It's a little bit off topic, but not. You would swear some days it's important, but I'm here to tell you. It's a very important lesson to be taught. No matter how you're thinking, or how you feel at that day or during that moment. Like, oh, I don't think they're there, or it just goes for everything. No matter what you're thinking, like, oh, I'm not feeling it. It could be a gambler. Oh, I don't feel it today. All of this is nonsense. Okay, I want to make it very clear. How you think, how you feel at that moment has no bearing on this universe whatsoever. It is only happening in your head. There is nothing coming in subliminal. Your feelings were wrong. Something happened once because it was a coincidence, so you thought you were a psychic. Look. See, like, to me, it's kind of like blocking. Let's see the difference. Let's see what's going on up top here. I'm real curious. Again, there's the seats, which you can barely tell. They're almost completely... Still, no. Not one noise. I think there was one on the camera. You'll hear me saying something, but since I was at those seats, like, they didn't, you know why? It's because they're all in there hiding. Like, they're not going to make noises from 3 feet. Like, I wish he would whistle from right there. Give me a freaking heart attack. I actually don't want him to. See this? Look. So here is where it'll get cool. Sorry, I don't like to cut that out though. Because look at that. So that forest, there's other places that are better or just as good as what I just showed you. As you keep going, picture more of that. In fact, it gets so good, it's just a mind blower. Here's what's in front. Now, that's brand new tree. There's no way that tree got blown this way. So you're telling me all the wind's blowing into the forest this way, that tree that was standing there alive, there was enough wind that came all through the forest and blew that tree over? No, it didn't happen. It's impossible. Like, it's an impossibility. People don't seem to understand. Look at this. This has been reactivated. You guys, I have filmed this spot. Where am I? Oh, I'm really far out here. Oh, I'm way up here. I must have walked in really far. Okay, so look, I've seen this before. It's not impressive, but it's important. So it's all been activated again. Look, there's even new eating there. With the structures. I'll never show you eating without a system. Squirrels don't make a system. Only your brain makes things up to make you get over your hypnotism. So what was cool about that spot is it used to be one. And then when I found this place, it was gone. I was like, oh, they must have gave this up. I filmed it before. It was all dried and not mulch anymore. It just became like dirt. And now it's all been, well, I just said reactivated. Here's what's blocking the seats. Where's that water? Thank God about that water. Luckily I had a case of water. Obviously a special tree. It's a triangle with this tree. It's got leaners on it and weird grafted sticks coming out of it and incredible amounts of eating with footprints in it. Border, trail, structures. It really looks like they've really moved into that forest. It's so good in there. You know what I think? I think over there, or I was zooming over there. Oh, let's do the shot. That's the same one I did earlier, but I got, well, first look here. I was so zapped. There's seats right there. You guys, as soon as I leave, they'll be sitting right there. What don't you understand? If you can't believe that or don't understand it, this is a problem that you have. You have to understand, I have seen it. This is my life. I live it. No one's here lying to you. So if you don't believe anything I say, this is something wrong with you. Do you understand? You got to fix it. And I mean, when something's wrong with someone and they blame others, don't you find that kind of annoying? That's all you're doing, is you're offsetting your insanity to other people. It's not fair. It's the same insanity most people have. We're insane because we've been given information that's not supposed to be. Look at this magical land. This is me walking out. I deliberately avoided the best structures. Well, I mean, I would have showed them to you, but I didn't go there. Normally I would have went so I would have had something for the video, but see, this is a spot, see? They gave it up. Oh no, it's still there, they're there now. But this was kind of like the other one, they're coming back now too. That's all new. Because I saw like all the old sticks that haven't been touched in a long time. And now they're sitting here again, out in the open. Is it in the sun? It would look like it. It would look like it based on all the spots I find that are lit up by the sun, which would eliminate that this is only a nighttime thing. That became an excuse for people that were onto this but couldn't figure it out. Trust me when I tell you, it's only an excuse. This is a 24-hour-a-day situation. The only thing that changes at night is the activity with you. So they'll definitely come closer and do more exciting things with you at night because you can't see them. Their goal is to not let you see them. I'm doing this on the way up, but I got to. Look at this, you guys. I mean, if I could just get to that forest. It's impossible. Look how dense that is what they've done to block everything. Like, see how they peeled that tree across? This is one of their number one things to do, to blind. It completely eliminates any view up here, which means they're running around here. And even then, you probably wouldn't see them, but they think that you will. Like, they're like always acting like, it's almost like their claim to fame, like, is how good you can elude whoever they're hiding from and us. Obviously, we can't help them because it's dimensional. It's like, I don't think it is dimensions. It's layers. I mean, so I guess it would technically fit. Many of them. I'm here to tell you guys, there is no such thing as something from another planet. There is, but they don't come here. It's everything that's ever been seen, experienced, or dealt with is all from here. We expected that they would have had to go to Walmart. That's how dumb we are, okay? That we didn't understand that there's other realms, other existences, like incredible amounts. Not just like one other one. There's like, I think there's 11. It's actually on the ground. Who do you think's in the 11th one? One more thing before I leave here. I'm pretty happy with that. Like I've been here a long time, but I've managed to film just like there's maybe maybe an hour. I'll make into a video. What I wanted to add is I'm walking down. There's my car. You can kind of guess. You can kind of tell by the videos what I did. Oh, you can't see it. Well, it's right in there. I just went like this. I didn't realize how far away I'd be by the time I cut up. I mean, it was easy, but I just thought it was not going to be as far uphill. And then the seats. And so what I wanted to add is it's all here too. So when you're seeing this, it's not to tell you that place is back there. It's so they can all be right here. This whole place is a quarantine. And because I've been on that path walking out, I turn, I see like an unusual couple branches, and I zoom, and they're right underneath it. Casually, just little people like a foot tall, just watching me leave, which means it's happening right now. It doesn't just happen every other time. You can never be here without every single second being watched. Every single second. Because they have to be sure you're not going to leave something that hurts them, tricks them. They know for sure, but they have to be sure. So there's no exceptions, even for Colorado Bigfoot. I'm going through TSA every single time. As you get down, it's amazing how they're filtering it out of here to do this stuff on this path. I think they like the path. I think everything likes a path. I don't think there's any being in the world that would be like, nope, I don't want to walk there. Of course, this is where we want to be. Everyone wants to be there. It's just somewhere you want to be. These guys are everywhere else, but doesn't mean they want to be. Hey, where's that writing? I mean, what happened to the writing? We got to find the writing. Did I pass it coming in? Oh well. Why won't they call me? Look, I was right next to a chart. I didn't even know. This is when I'm glad I have the truck, because most days I can't go where I need a truck. I can't get there. That's one of the catches, guys. Who are you going to find, like me, that'll give up everything to do this, has a place like I do, which is impossible, and that is an expert motorcycle rider? Because you have to be all of the above, and be a mental patient, and love the whole world, and be able to call them noobs at the same time. I heard that. There's another noise down there. You guys, I heard you. I hear you down there. Why can't you just make a louder noise? Is it because of the camera? I mean, come on, guys. You guys are badasses. Like right there. I call them Bigfoot trees. Right there. At the base of that's insanity. It's the most mind-blowing structures, seats, everything. Right there. Never know it. Again, something to take from this video is why, if that stuff isn't anything, is it all not right here? Ask yourself that. Why is it here that every single thing I showed you is not visible from any eye at all? You have to be an expert in the system and structures to locate what I just did. Am I calling Mike? Yes. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. You're welcome. Since no one else will give you a call, man, that's what I'm here for. I'll show you the picture. I know where to find it because it's not that many videos ago. I was right here. There was a tree that had incredible writing design. It was part of their language on it. It was like burned in with some kind of tool. And now it's not there. The tree itself isn't there. Like, I don't know what the tree, I can't remember the tree, but it wasn't that small. It wasn't like that. And it can't be there because I don't understand it. It was right there somewhere. Unless for some reason it was further down. I don't think so. I'll know when I see the picture. Oh, I'm driving out. That's you guys, I'm telling you. Really look at this picture. I'm going to show you because I probably just showed it to you because it's an amazing thing. You need to memorize and learn this stuff. Like, if you ever want to know who you are, over now. But you guys will recognize if you've been watching lately. So there's the being that's here, right? Wait, they have a new one. I can't believe it. That's the being that's here. Believe me, they know. When they see that, it tells them immediately. It doesn't have to tell you anything, okay? Everyone's sick of telling you stuff. We certainly to expect you to just know it. To use the brain God gave you. Oh, wow. When did they do that? Oh, there's all kinds of writing there. It's not new. I just never saw it because of the X. I stopped thinking it was new because I know this area, but it was, see me readjust this X, and I showed you that in a video. I showed you the ferry. Where's the ferry? With the three, oh, you have to do like a little bit that way, and she has the three antennas, right? And then look. It's their language. It used to be really good. You know how you know? Watch. I gotta go up this hill. This is where the, ouch, just got bit. Where the Bigfoot hit stone is out, overlooking everything, and then look. That's one of them. They got the antlers and everything. And then look, you can see the X. This used to be in their writing, and you could read it, but now it's too old. I'll look at it close just in case someone can figure it out. And then an X? Are you kidding me? With this, with the being right there, staring right at me, that was made, not by elk. An elk couldn't even walk into that. All right, they go to easy places. Doesn't go out of his way to go rub. There's a new hole in a tree down there, and I took you all through their structures here, and something special's up there, and something's walking all the time, right up to this grass. And then the view is insane. It's gotta be, that's insane. There's another language there. I'm telling you, why is it so hard for stupid people to believe? Why? When did humans become so stupid?